Jelly is not bad. That's like a B- card, but I think I prefer Ray. I think it's Jelly or Ray. The question is, do I want to fight over... You think it's better than B-? And what it does, it also makes sure that I don't find over green. Right? So you can, it's a 3 mana 2/2 with trample that then leaves back a 1/1, right? And it's a 5 mana 4/4 that then becomes a 2/2, then becomes a 1/1. So from 5 mana onwards, it's actually pretty good, right? I'll try it out. I haven't tried it yet, and I'd rather stay out of fighting over black. But it seems we're just not. We can't take a break from black. It seems, and we have to get in here for the Grim Bounty. Somebody took an uncommon over that. So must have been one hell of an uncommon. But we can't really pick a green card here, and I think out of the other cards... Well, I've never cast for less than 6. Okay. So it is a top end card then. I think we're taking Grim Bounty here. Don't think I can get myself to draft anything else here. It's a bit unlucky. Makes me a bit less enthusiastic about my pack one pick one. We'll see. We get another Dead Priest. We already passed one of those. We also get a Gaul, a Basilisk, a Ranger. So at least there's enough black and green still going in this pack. I think I kind of like Dead Priest. I think Gaul is definitely good, but mostly in black-red. While Dead Priest is especially good in black-green, I think. I think they're similar power level. You can make an argument for both. I think the thing that Gaul is going for it is that it's one of the better 2s. And it's nice to pick up a 2 in this format. But yeah, it's close. Close to me. But I think Priest is a little late game engine in itself. And that's why I'm picking that. Ooh. Okay, so in green there's a Bull Strength. In black there's a Deadly Dispute. Quite some red here with the Price of Loyalty among other things. But I'm picking up the Dispute here. Dispute is just good. It's a fine card to run in a black-green deck. One of the quickest ways to get out of a flood situation, I think. Free Jelly Splash. Yeah, maybe that's the thing, Jasper. Maybe we're just black-red splashing jelly. But I don't think I like Loyalty that much that I'm picking it over Dispute here. So let's stick with the Dispute first. And then see if we get to wheel something. Best green card in the pack is probably the Ranger. Ranger is pretty good. But that's another 5-drop. And I already have 2 4s and a 5. I'm treating Jelly as a 5 in that sentence. And I think 5s are pretty easy to get by. So I don't really need to prioritize them. I think it's Horde Robber for me. Just a solid 2. Can definitely run away with the game if I'm on the play and I get it down. Yeah, I'm basically on Robber over Ranger. Yeah. I was just saying, like, is there any reason to not pick the Robber here? And I think the Ranger is the closest to a reason to not pick Robber, but you have to take robber basically. Also gives us 4 black cards, which is strong, right? So I like that as well. Best black card in the pack is Skeletons. There's no card that is not black or green here that I would really like to take. I think Cyan is the one that comes to mind. The green cards are also not back, so if I'm taking a 4-drop, I'm taking the Skeletons just to give myself 5 black cards and basically make myself mono black. Bull Strength is also a very, very solid trick. It's definitely but I think I'll go for the Skeletons just to carve out the black lane a bit more. Not give anyone any IDs on the wheel. Priest just a very solid card, or the Clattering Skeletons, and it's extra good with the Priest, right? Because the Priest is buffing this because it's a skeleton. That's a nice little 1-2 punch there. Best card in the pack here is you see a pair of goblins. I like that one better than Ranger, I think. It does more stuff. Not only is it a board-wide pump, but it also creates 2/1/1s. I think I'm going to take goblins over Ranger. Again, I don't expect to miss Ranger. I think I'll be able to pick up my 5s anyway. I like to dabble into the best archetype a little bit here in black-red and see if I can draft it. I think the best card here is Dungeon Map, but I think Weaponry is close. And I like Weaponry for my deck, so... It's definitely a good hate pick, yeah, if I'm not playing it. And again, as Jasper stated, we can splash the jelly pretty easily off the treasures, I would say. It's good to note that there's no black card here. There must have been one in the pack, right? But it's gone, so... But I'll happily take the Weaponry. That's definitely a playable. You don't think it's splashable? It only requires 1 green, right? So what makes it not splashable for you then? Ooh. I get another dungeon map. It's a nice late game engine. There's also a Windfall or a Ranger. Interesting. I think I'm going Ranger just in case. Like if I'm black-red, I don't like dungeon map that much. Neither do I like Windfall, so I think I'm going to speculate on the Ranger here. And we get 3 cards and 2 black cards back from my initial pack. I don't like Bullet. I don't like Manticore that much. I think I'm just taking the solid 6. Just a solid 6/5 beater. It's not the type of effect you would splash for. That is fair, Boos. That is fair. Another Ranger. I'll jam that over the other cards. So green seems pretty open. So maybe I'm green-black after all. And the 2 red cards was just a little spike. But we'll see what pack 2 brings us. Jade Sellsword, Find a Path. If I'm black-red, I don't like Jaded Sellsword that much. I'm kind of down on the card. So I'll pick up the Find a Path, because if I end up black-green, I kind of like that card. Being able to play a 5-drop on 4, I think that's pretty strong. I don't like Prowler. Put that in the side for now. I would splash for the White Enchantment that blinks. Yeah, definitely, me too. That one is good. Ooh, we get the Eye of Vecna. I don't like that one that much. We also get a Hunter's Mark. I think this is a quite easy Hunter's Mark for me. Over the Purple Worm. Here. Pretty easily. Somebody in a podcast noted recently that this is very nice against ward abilities, because it can't be countered, right? So, for example, against Purple Worm, you never have to pay the 2. It's one of those removal spells that goes through ward abilities. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm picking Hunter's Mark here and looking to be black-green, it seems. Spawn and Fangblade would be awesome wheels. So would Purple Worm. One of those three comes around, I would be very happy with that. Very, very happy. Let's hope the best. If the best card in the next pack is like a green or a black card, I think we're solid. If it's a red card, I think that's a bit awkward. Ooh, it's a very weak pack. It's a very weak pack. I think I'll go for You Happen on a Glade. Card in this pack that I like the most is the Gargoyle, but we're not drafting that deck, that is for sure. You Happen on a Glade helps us ramp. Together with the Find the Path, I'm starting to be quite a ramp deck. I kind of like that from a black-green deck. That it goes to your 5s really quickly. Nothing else in consideration, I think, here over the You Happen on a Glade. So we'll jam that. Oh, we get a back to pick 3 Hunter's Mark. I think based on that, I can assume that neither Nate nor Icky is in green. Icky is passing to me right now. There's also another You Happen on a Glade, and I might actually wheel this troll. Yeah, Bullet could be a playable, but given the amount of force that we already have, I don't think Bullet is better than Skeletons, especially that now that we have a Dead Priest. Yeah, I prefer the Skeletons. Wow, double Hunter's Mark. That's a solid removal package right there. Double Hunter's Mark and a Grim Bounty. That's very good. I like that. I like that a lot. Now you see a pair, but I think we're off red, so we can look at the green and the black cards here. We have 2 2-drops to choose from. This is pretty interesting, but because normally I would be on Gnoll Hunter over Basilisk. But the way this deck is shaping out is that I'm not really aggressive. I'm more a stay alive, get to the late game type deck. On top of that, Basilisk is insanely good with punch spells, right? Like Hunter's Mark and the fight spell, the other one, the other punch spell. So I actually think I'm on Basilisk over Hunter here. It's interesting, but just the way this deck is shaping out. Boost is on easy Basilisk. I don't think picks like these are ever easy. And I think in general the Hunter is better. But just with the current composition, I like the Basilisk more. Innkeeper, pick 5. It's very good. Issue with the deck is killing the opponent. I think that's never an issue. I mean, we have double Ranger, a Beholder, a Jelly. We've got enough top end to eventually get our opponent down, I would say. Prosperous Innkeeper, a very sweet pickup here. There's no discussion to be had. It's by far the best card in the pack. And it's in my colors. It ramps me, right? It creates a treasure. It can even help splash any bomb that I open pack 3. Yeah, very strong pack 2 so far. Innkeeper, Basilisk, Hunter's Mark. And You Happen on a Glade, I think. Those 4 at least. Tarknar is not in the conversation. Neither is Intellect, so I think it's between Bard and Shepherd. I like Bard more as a card. But I'm kinda low on 3s. So I can see picking the 3 here, just for curve considerations. I like Shepherd better than Prowler, I think. I think. Like, I'm not even sure, but I think I like Shepherd better than Prowler, but... yeah, I think I do. if I would play one of those two cards, I think I would play Shepherd. Let's pick the Shepherd here. Now we get a Druid clause. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Play an additional land. The level 3 is kinda good. I think I'm not the deck. Druid class and Cry. Yeah, I think that's a drag to the sideboard though. Like this deck isn't very good. Like, not like I'm passing anything insane here. So I'll pick up the Druid class. Maybe there's a world where we end up being the life gain deck, but I don't think so. I definitely like Moon Druid over both Shepherd and Direwolf. I think that's a solid improvement for my deck. I also like Femmtg, but I like to pick up Femmtg like close to last pick. I prefer to have a Moon Druid. I'm dragging the Prowler to the sideboard for now. And I'll play the Shepherd and the Moon Druid. Ooh. A Wield the Worm. So, if we can remember this pack correctly, there was quite a lot of cards in here that we liked. There were like 3 cards that I liked on the wheel. The rest are all out, but seeing Worm here still is very good. I think a lot more people are in black than in green. Green feels pretty open. And I haven't seen a single black card this pack, right? I still only have the black cards that I picked up pack 1. We might get some black on the wheel. We'll see. The 5/3? Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Bullet. I don't like the Golem that much. Ooh, we can take a Plummet for the side. I don't think we're ever main decking to find the paths, but Plummet for the side is a very nice pickup. Currently, I don't like to run the Bullet. Longbow, Plain, Dwarf. I think I'll go for the Plain as a little hate. There's no world where I main decked the Longbow. I like that you wanted to pick me to pick the 5/3, but I've never main decked it, and when I saw it on the opponent's side, it was always bad. Ooh, sweet pack, people! We got a rare in our own colors, a very good one at that, and a nice one for the curve. Nice 3-drop. That makes our deck a lot stronger. There's also a Ray and a Goal, and a Skeletons, and an Evolving Wild. So we like quite some cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that we would really like to wheel. So let's see if one of those makes it my way. But I don't think there's much discussion here on picking the Ranger. It's just a very good rare. Happy to have it. Second best card in the pack is definitely the Ray. So now we're passing back to Icky again, and Samelin and Jim are feeding us. First round opponent is Femmtg. She's quite far away from me at the table. Ooh, okay, that's pick 2 plate armor, not the strongest back for me. Like, of course, I rather pick up a premium uncommon like plate armor. I don't feel the need to splash that. I think Vampire Spawn is a very solid card, and I happily run it here. happy to pick up a vampire spawn, but I rather pick up a vampire spawn later than pick 2. I think pick 2 is pretty early for a vampire spawn, but yeah. It's good to note that the green common is missing, by the way. So that suggests that Semolin picked a green common actually. So Semolin might be in green, which is interesting. I'm interested to see how that happened, given the amount of green that I drafted, but maybe there was enough for 2 people. Take the Horde Robber here. It's not the best pack 3 pick 3, but I think it's the card here. Yeah, there must always be a green common, right? There's a common of each color in every pack. That's how they are seeded. So if you don't see a green common, pick 2, then it must have been taken. Okay, nice little Horde Robber. Nothing special, but happy to pick up another 2. It's good to have something to do on turn 2. And I was a bit lacking in that department. So happy to be able to pick that up. Ooh, I can get my second Dead Priest. I think that's actually pretty good. I also don't mind having a Bull Strength. I really like the trick, but I think a second Dead Priest is just very solid. They're not legendary, right? So I can have both out at some point in time and my skeletons will be 3/3s. That's very good. My 4-drop slot is pretty stacked. Currently 22 cards. I would like to pick up an additional removal piece, but I think it's very unlikely. If it happens, it's probably the green fight spell at common. I'm not sure if you said anything in the last minute after the is there a green card in each pack boost, but my chat refreshed for some reason, so I'm not able to see it. This is interesting. There's a Drider in the pack, but I think I'm on Fangblade. Fangblade over the Drider. I think they're similar, but I just like the early drop. Hey Jasper, I saw the test message. Thank you for... I think it's Fangblade over Drider, right? I don't really need more top end. Drider is hard to get going. Like, once it gets going, it's very good, but I don't really have the means to push it through. So I like to pick up the 3 here. Ooh, interesting. We get the Troll. Troll is a bit of a grindy card. I think I put it in the sideboard, and if my opponent is grinding, then I might play it. But yeah, I prefer my other 5s right now. Prefer my other 5s. Currently 23 cards in the deck. I hope to exchange one of my 3s for a good 2. For curve reasons, obviously. Or one of my 3s for another removal spell. But the chances are pretty slim that we're getting that. Ooh, but we do take a dispute. That's for sure. That's actually really good. Very happy with that pickup. Then the question becomes, what do we take out? Maybe we should take out the Find the Path. Like as a ramp card, well, you have it on the clay, it doesn't really ramp, right? But at least make sure that I hit my land drops. I think I like that better than Find the Path. Curious to hear your thoughts on what 3s I should include. Ooh, we get a Bull Strength. Also something that I like to play. So I think I get out to Find the Path. I think I get out the Shepherd. Shepherd or Moodroot. Moodroot plays better with Bull Strength. But Shepherd... Like, Druid is a better blocker. Shepherd is a better attacker, I think. It's tough. I think I like Druid over Shepherd. Ooh, we take an Evolving Wilds. Thank you. I think I like Druid over Shepherd. Also because the life gain does nothing for me, basically. Pick up the treasure chest, not play it. You could also pick up the Pixie Guide to make like a die roll deck worse. Yeah, there are 3 blue cards here that are still playable, 2 of which are 2-drops, so no real way to take the rare for no reason, honestly. Here I take the Cyan, I think that's the best card in this pack. Yeah, so I think this is the deck. I think it's just straight up this 24 cards plus lands. Saying you're stacked on 4-drops makes sound like a good thing. Yeah, maybe that's not the right wording. What I mean, of course, is I have quite some force. Which also makes you happen on the Glade better than find a path, because my deck definitely doesn't need to skip 4. Ooh, I'm picking Veteran Dungeoneer here, just as a hate. Veteran Dungeoneer is a very solid card. Get another contact the other planes. Yeah, I think this is a fine deck, right? Yeah, I agree. Nice, solid black-green deck, nothing special. I think the highlights are Varus, double Hunter Mark, and the Bounty. But outside of that, like double Dispute, plays very well with the Horde Robbers, plays well with the Innkeeper. Yeah, overall solid deck, I think. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a game here. Get a good opener. Play some Magic. Sounds like a good idea. So we'll play first. Ooh, we got a 2-drop. We got some force to ramp to if we can get in with the Horde Robber and be able to play a 4 on 3. I think we're doing very well. Femmtg not having a lot of 2s in their deck, so we might get in with the robber. Like you never know. Double robber? What's better than 1 robber? Probably double robber, right? With the 2 of them, they can carry more loot. Ah, they find their 2, but it's not a good 2. I think we can safely swing in here. Get the treasure and play out the dead priest. Very solid start to a game, if you ask me. Being able to drop your 4-drop on 3. Wow. Triple swamp. So apparently Femmtg not playing the die roll deck we talked about. Discard 2 cards. Well, it's not ideal, but I think we can do Forest Robber. No reason to leave a blocker back for that rogue, especially knowing we're going to resolve the druid anyway. Yeah, this feels very good. Now I think they need to leave back the rogue to... Ooh, what are they doing here? Attacking again? Why would you attack there? I don't know. No reason to fire off a removal spell here. This is an instant anyway, so... I think Femmtg is stuck on mana here with the 3 black sources. Yep, and got a pretty easy first win there. Wow, I totally did not expect Femmtg to go into black. I expected her to play blue, but apparently she's black-red then? Probably playing ogre, skeletons, Lightfoot Rogue, Robber, Hexblade, and Kalane. She probably did it for the 2s, in all honesty. Like, he has more 2s in black. But yeah, do I want to sideboard anything? I don't think so. I don't think I need to. I had a solid hand and I was just able to capitalize them on them having only 1 color of mana, so not really an actual game of Magic. But just let's see. Horde Robber on 2 when you're on the play is just very solid. So no matter what land, we get to play Varus on 3. That is a bit slow, but maybe having Varus on the board makes up for it. We still have the option to draw a black. It's a bit of a sketcher, but I think we keep this as well, Thomas. Yeah, I think the prospect of Varus on 3 is just very good. And yeah, if we manage to pick up a black land, well, that would be even better. But if it's Varus on 3, it is Varus on 3. Okay, so Den of the Duckbear, a naked hired Hexblade. It's you rather play them based off a treasure, but it's a fine too. Okay, so now opponent did find the required red sources. Ooh, that's solid. Yeah, that's a nice aggressive start. Putting that on the 3-1 down to 15. That's one way to go about it. If they have a removal spell for the Varus here, that would be rough, but it can only be Dragonfire due to the Ward 1, right? So it's Dragonfire or bust. I don't think I ever block here. I rather start blocking with the Circle of the Moon Druid, not with my Varus. What do they have when it comes to removal? Double Fireball. Double Fireball and the Dragonfire, that's basically it. So we have a couple of options here. We can go Robber Bull Strength. I kinda like Robber Bull Strength. That plays a bit into another Rapier, if they play the second Rapier as well. Alternative is Moon Druid, that doesn't do much. I think I like Robber. Yeah, let's go for it. We scry the 1. We don't need lands. Can keep the Dead Priest. It's a bit slow, but it's a playable card. Think we can keep this on top? So I could attack. Like I have Bull Strength anyway, right? But maybe I'm giving away the Bull Strength a bit if I attack here. And I also like to keep up the dispute. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think I can attack, right? If they block with the Ogre, I just Bull Strength now. I think that's very good. Yeah, let's just attack. Get in for 3. Don't think they are ever taking us straight here. No. Okay. Opponent has 5 mana, running out the Bugbear. I think I prefer blocking the Bugbear over anything else here. This is tough though. Question is, do I block the Bugbear or the Ogre? I think I'll... this is tough. Like, if they have the Rapier, I think I lose this game anyway. So let's not play around the Rapier. If I do this, I take 8. I go down to 2. It's not ideal, but I think it's the best block that I can make. If they have the rapier, they have the rapier. And we go to a game 3. They have the rapier, so they have lethal here, right? Yeah, that's just straight up lethal. Yeah. Okay, good game. They had a very, very solid aggressive start. They only have 1 card left in hand. Not really much to do about that. What I could do is board out the Beholder and bring in another like early game creature. I don't have any extra 2s, but I do have some extra 3s that can help me stabilize. Shepherd is a good one, I think. Shepherd blocks quite some of what they're doing. So let's go a bit more low to the ground. I'm on the play now, but still. Shepherd is a fine card on the play as well. I can't keep that. Can't keep a 1-lander. Okay, we gotta do it. This is it. Basilisk on 2. And then we'll go from there. We need to draw some power here, but... Ooh, Javelier. Nice card to have access to. Don't think I'm trading my Basilisk for a Javelier here. Ooh, double Javelier. Sure, that's 2 damage. I'll take it. So question is, do we Robber or do we Glade? The good thing about Robber, I think I always attack first, right? They don't have a Huck Bear or anything. No, I can attack first. Then the question is, do I Happen on a Glade or Robber? So what Happen on a Glade does is it makes sure that I can play out Skeletons on turn 4. Yeah, let's Happen on a Glade. Let's take 2 more damage. There's no need. Could just pass turn. Can take the 2 from the Javeliers, no worry. Go down to 15 and get to Happen on a Glade, and we search for double black. Let's start by attacking first, and then we play out the Skeletons, knowing that they might have Dragon's Fire here. Okay, no Dragon's Fire in hand, it seems, because I'm pretty sure they would have fired that off straight away. Play a copy of our Skeletons, that's nice. Ooh, so I think this is good to save this for next turn, right? So I think we can attack with the Skeletons, keep the Bull Strength up. Bull Strength is a little risky into Dragon's Fire and into Faraday's Fireball. Would be quite a blowout if they have it. Would be quite the blowout. But I think keeping Jelly to make it a 5/5 is just, well, maybe it's just good to Jelly now, make a 4/4, block the Skeletons. Don't be greedy about it. That's so rough. Let's see what they do if I attack with the 4/3. Like, the problem with X is 5 is that it still dies to the Fireball, right? So it's not... Maybe I should just make the 4/4 while I can. Yeah, let's just make the 4/4 while I can, shall we? Ah, that's close. That's very close. I'm honestly not sure what to do here. Maybe it's just a 4/4. Ah. Like, if my next draw is a land, I think I'm happy if I do not Jelly, because then I can look at it maybe being a 6/6 or something. Like, getting this down as a 6/6 is basically game over for opponents. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave it in hand. It Basically saves me from flooding, is what the jelly does, right? It even makes my hand good if my next 2 draws are... see what opponent does here. Okay. Let's do this. So they are going to dungeon a couple of times, but I am killing 2 creatures here without losing anything except for the bull strength, so... That's a solid trade. They get to dungeon twice, so they get to scry and make a goblin, but... we slowed them down quite a bit here. We're 14-14. We kind of like the display pattern that we have here. If I draw a spell here, I'm probably resolving that spell and not the jelly, being a bit greedy with it. Ooh, they went into Mad Mage. I think I'll make a 5-5 here. The only thing that's bad against a 5-5 is Fireball. But a 5-5 is pretty good against their 3-5, so yeah, let's go for it. Make a 5-5. Make a 5-5, basically force them to either Fireball or add more blockers. Yeah, that's a Fireball. That's unfortunate. Well, at least we get a 2-2. Already just hovering it to read it. That could also be the case. Could also be a reading hover. Ooh. Those were 2 cards that went to the bin that I didn't like that much. Let's attack with the jelly. Let's see what they have. Maybe they have a rapier here, so they block with ogre. Play the rapier. Nope, they take 5. Nice. I'll keep up the dispute. It's very good against removal spells. That's just a 4-3, that's doing nothing. Ooh, that I like. So I could attack with the jelly, trade it for the ogre, or trade it for Sellsword plus Javelier, and then play the Dead Priest, make a 1-1. I think that's very solid. I could also play out the priest now and attack with the 5-4. Ooh, that's maybe even better. Yeah, let's do that. Play out the priest. Attack with the jelly and the skeletons. If they have a Dragon's Fire for the priest, that would be a real blowout, but it doesn't look like it. I think it's Rapier on the ogre here. Is Rapier on an attacking creature, or can they just wait, what? Oh, they have a Dragonfire to kill the jelly? Let's try to bin a land here. Yep, very good. That's how you want your scries to be. Wait, why did they... Autopay, please? Why did they block the jelly? I assume you have... Yeah. Okay, knowing that they have a Dragonfire, they should have probably Dragonfired to that priest. Not sure if they saw that line or they decided against it. I don't know. But I think the correct thing to do there was... ooh, we get to all attack here. Yes, please. Is that lethal? It's close. It's 8. Get to sack a Thrasher here, which is very convenient. Get a Grim Bounty. I don't think I played that out though. Like, there's no real way I die here, right? They have the Den Bear, so that's 3, plus 1 is 4. Javelier is 5. That's 6, 7. Ah, that's no lethal. Oh, they died to their own spell. Cool. GG, Femmtg. Sorry to have to knock you out of the tournament this early, but there we go. Our friend Karn Good old Karn, ready to battle. Ready to battle. Yeah, let's play first. Very solid hand. Innkeeper into Varus, into Circle of the Moondroot, into Hunter's Mark. We know that Jim is on black-white, so Hunter's Mark actually has targets here. For it to cost 1. But I think this is a solid hand and a great start to the draft. Definitely a keep. Not much to think about here. Yeah, let's see where this goes. So Jim running double Hawk probably and a Raven, double Black Steve. Quite some stuff to do on turn 1 actually. Also Spike Pit Trap, Spare Dagger, Leather Armor might all be things that they are playing. And yeah, there's the Black Staff. So it's a good start for Jim. But I think we kind of matched that good start with the Innkeeper here. A 4/4 on turn 2 would be awkward. Oh, but that's never going to happen, right? It's turn 3 at the earliest. They create an artifact now. Okay, they do Smith. And Smith finds whatever enters the battlefield. Ooh, it finds a plate armor. Okay. So we're running out the Ranger here, no matter what. I think we're offering the Innkeeper first, but makes no sense to not do Ranger first, right? And gain the life and then offer the Innkeeper. I don't think they're taking this trade no matter what, basically. So they have let's see, they have a Minimus Containment, but they can't play that on Varus. Any 2-mana removal that they could fire off? No, not really, right? They could have a Divine Smite, and they have 1 you hear something on watch, so. But I assume they're just running out the shield here. No, it's a Paladin actually. Paladin and a Spare Dagger. So the Spare Dagger will be a 4/4. Okay, cool. So what should we do here? Attacking with a 3/3 and then Hunter's Mark is interesting. But at the same time, we know they're going to make a 4/4, right? It feels good to change the Hunter's Mark for 2 creatures. Then, yeah, let's just do that. I think that's just solid. Just trade the Hunter's Mark for 2 creatures here. Yeah, I think that's very solid. Just let it through. Well, then I think I'll fire off the Ranger, right? I can also fire off the Druid, though. Firing off Druid definitely something that I can do, and then leave the treasure for the Beholder. Don't have any enchantments yet. The question is, do I want Ranger or do I think I'll go for a Ranger. It's just solid to have that on board, right? Yeah, I like that quite a bit actually. We'll go into Scry. And we really like Bull Strength, so we'll leave that on top. And we get the trigger. Another life gain trigger, up to 23. Quite a board state. Let's see what they... So I think they want to spend 2 mana on making the dagger a 4/4. Leaving them 2 mana to do whatever. I think playing out the plate armor here is pretty slow. Although you can equip it, right? What is it? What does it say? 1 less for each equipment. No, they only have 1 equipment, so it's still equipped too. See, they're hovering the Ranger a little bit here. +2 mace, sure. Get a 1/1 counter there. Make that a 4/4. That's a solid turn. That's a solid turn, if you've ever seen one. I think I want to just attack with both the Ranger and the Varus. And just see how they block. I think we should keep the foot on the gas, basically. So let's just double attack and see how Jim wants to resolve this. I mean, no mana up, so it's pretty tough for them to play around Hunter's Mark here, honestly. You need to triple block the Varus, basically, and then you're still losing both the Mace and the Ingenious Smith. It's a 2 for 2, but it's not the greatest 2 for 2. You're taking 4 from the Ranger still, gaining 2 from the Paladin. Like, Jim has artifacts for days, right? We know that Jim has the dagger, we know Jim has the plate armor, so maybe it's not good trading my creatures for the mace. Let's see what Jim does. That's interesting. You can definitely bull strength that and keep the Hunter's Mark. I don't think there's a need to Hunter's Mark here. I could Hunter's Mark the Paladin. Maybe I should just Hunter's Mark just because it's convenient. Just because it uses all my mana. Question is, do I kill the 4/4? I think I kill the 4/4 and then let them spend 2 on making the spare dagger a 4/4. I mean, that is kind of endless. Let's do it like this. I think it's pretty good. It slows them down quite a bit. They need to spend 2 again to make the spare dagger into a 4/4. If they attack with the Paladin. Ooh, they could plate armor Paladin. Attack for 5, make a 4/4. That's pretty solid, actually. Can't do much about that. Like, a Paladin with a plate armor is pretty strong. Yeah, can't really raise that. No blocks. Oh, they can't make the 4/4 actually, so. That's a very good card. That kills them. I can't do it, however. It has Ward 1. Ward 1 is quite sucky here. Let's just play the circle, make a treasure, I guess. Circle Druid, make a treasure. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll attack here. The treasure, so I can leave the bull strength up. Makes a ton of sense. Ooh, another plate armor. Is that an 8/8? Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ay, 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 ay. I think I'll let them sacrifice that, targeting the Ranger, and then I'll bull strength. Now they have an empty board. They go up to 16. They have an empty board. And I have a Hunter's Mark, so I'm probably Hunter's marketing no matter what they do. I think it's already time. They can't do much about this. That just dies, and then they make a 4/4. Now I basically have no attacks. And I attack with the 2 on the 1/1. I kind of want them to block so I can resolve the purple worm. They might spot this and take 3. That's interesting to see. Like, they might spot this, but them taking 3 is also not bad. But this is interesting. I think Jim is good enough to figure this out and know exactly what I'm up to. But this is interesting. What would you do? Like, knowing that I have purple worm in hand, right? Because I'm pretty sure Jim figured that out. Would you take the free creature here? Okay, so Jim goes for it. I would probably not have blocked. -4, -0 until my next turn. Or lose 1 life, gain a life. I think this is basically gaining 4 life, right? Let's see. Let's assume I draw a land. Then I'm dealing 4 at least, right? Because I'm giving it menace. Nah, I think it's -4, -0 on the plate armor. Oh wait, I have the purple worm. Menace is actually lethal no matter what I do. I think I should have gone for the life. Oh, I should have gone for the life. That's so stupid. Like, I have the purple worm on the stack and I totally forget about it. I think I should have gone for the deal one. Because putting them down to 8 means they are forced to block the purple worm at any point in time, basically. Now they equip the plate armor to it. They have a 7/7. This is not great for them, is it? Ah, maybe it is. Like, that's a very big creature. If I attack all, I'm dealing 4, right? And I make a 1/1, so kind of put them in a... Let's see. This is not an all attack because I have the Baleful Beholder next turn. I don't need to swing. They have only 1 card to draw, right? So I don't think there's a way out for them here. Based on the fact that I'm giving... I should have probably attacked with the Innkeeper. Because either they block and I make a 2/2. Yeah, I think not attacking there with the Innkeeper was a 100% mistake. And they maybe should have attacked with... Nah, just... Oh, wait. They attack here? Why? I don't understand this. Ah, so... Wait. I don't think it matters much, but I'm just not taking the 10 here. I think this is a win no matter what happens. Now both plate armors go there. Yeah, and then I win due to the menace of the Baleful Beholder. I win in many ways here. I mean, I can also just bounty that. What do I want to show Jim? I don't think it matters. Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's just go for it. Got him. Okay, got the first one of Jim. Jim got to do a lot of the Black Staff Water Deep thing. I like that quite a bit. I don't have any artifact removal in my deck, which is pretty sick for a green deck. I don't think there's much I can do here, honestly. Like, Jim had a pretty good draw, and I was able to beat the deck by drawing pretty well myself. Like, is the fact that they are making a lot of 4/4s changing anything for me? Like that makes 3/3s a lot worse, but I'm not really running 3/3s. I think this is just a deck being on the draw here against Jim. I think me having the ranger, the rare, ooh, quite an all-in land with the 5 hand with the 5 lands. Adding a 6 to it is not great. Not sure what we're going to do here. We need to start drawing spells and stop drawing lands basically to make this any good. I hate that, right? I keep a 5-lander, which is sketchy, and then I draw 2 lands just straight off the top. Just land. I mean, come on, deck. Give me a 3 or a 4 drop to play next turn, please. It's not too much to ask, I would say. Jim going off here again with the black staff. Raven being a 4/4. I think this is one in the books. I also didn't board in my plummet. This is I can make this a 3/3 that at least kills the Raven. But you don't want to make that a 3/3, right? I think I just need to take some damage and hope that Jim runs out of cards, basically. I could kill the 2/2. The 2/2 is definitely getting out of hand. Yeah, I think I should do that. Oh man, that's tough. I just need to slow Jim down, basically. Oh man, getting beaten down by a 5/4 bird after not boarding in the plummet feels bad, yo. Ugh. I need some solid draws off the top here to have any chance in this game. And Greenland is definitely not it. Definitely not it. I don't think I can make a 3/3 here. That makes 0 sense. A 3/3 is not getting me anywhere. My draws are just, yeah, pretty bad. I kept a 5-lander, found 1 more spell in 4 draws. Yeah, what do you want me to say? It's not. Oh, they didn't even sack the spare dagger. That's so savage. That's so savage. I find another land. Yeah, this is just a joke. At this point, it feels like they're joking. Yeah, so, well, let's hope I got all my bad draws this game, and then we can play a normal game of Magic next game. Keeping a 5-lander is never great, but drawing 1 spell in 5 draws, you can't predict. And then I found you happen on a glade. That's just hilarious. Yeah, that's just hilarious. There's no way. Okay. Question is, do we board in the plummet against the 1 Raven? Because it's literally 1 Raven, and then there's a planar ally and a Windseer. So there are like 3 flying creatures if Jim is running the planar ally and the Ginny. Because I can totally see his deck operate without those 2. And if we board in the plummet, what do we board out? I don't think we board in the plummet. We have double ranger. We just want to be creature heavy. Nah, let's just run it back. Let's hope for a better draw, and otherwise I can get some sleep, which also doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt at all. See if we let's play first. Wow. Sure, keep 7. If I draw a black land, I'm very happy being able to play robber on 2. I think then the game is really favored for me to win. If that doesn't happen, at least I have Glade on 3. Let's hope Jim's black staffs are somewhere on the bottom of the deck. Instead of getting on the board turn 1, because that's it's not nice to see. Let's say, jeez, is that 3 games in a row where that happens? Okay, at least give me a land to play on turn 3 so I can happen on a Glade, please. Please, thank you, please. Oh, jeez. That's horrible. That's freaking horrible. Come on, deck. I want to win this game. I want to stay in the tournament. Come on. I want to beat Jim on stream. Don't do this to me. Let's Hunter Smart that. There's no reason not to. Get rid of it. Draw the land. Happen on a Glade. That's solid. I'm going to happen on a Glade this turn, most likely. Find more lands. 4 mana. Let's see. I assume there's an... Ooh, okay. Okay. So... Not boring in the plummet. Strikes again. But let's see if we can draw ourselves into a nice ranger here. 1 top, 1 bottom. We are going to journey on, getting double black. And let's start off by attacking. And what I then like to do is do double robber. Because what double robber does is it makes Jim leave back blockers. So they basically need to play an artifact here and make a 4/4 out of it. Like do something that is similar to that. Cleric is a blocker. Spike Trap is also a blocker. So okay, so they got all the good stuff here basically. So now I don't think there's much for me to do. I think it's just run out the Fang Blade. Yeah, just run out the Fang Blade, right? I don't have any attacks with the robbers. Yeah, just run out the Fang Blade. Yeah, so we need a way to deal with the 3/3. Otherwise we simply die in 6 turns. Yeah, so that deals damage. Normally those tricks give reach. A lot of the time, in a lot of sets, the combat trick gives like +3/+T and reach. But here it is something else. Ooh, are we dying to flyers here? I think I kinda like attacking with the Young Fang Blade. See if they allow me to scry one. That makes my Deadly Dispute draw a little better. They're thinking about it. Maybe they want to block? No, they don't block. They allow me to scry, which I'm going to do. I find another dispute. I think I'll keep that because that is some sweet draws. I think it's end turn here for me. Let's see what opponent wants to do. So opponent, damn it! I'm taking so much damage in the air though. Like I'm taking 7 in the air. Ugh. Yeah, I basically need to find removal. Yeah, that's just 7 straight to the face. Nothing I can do about that. I need my rangers or I need removal and I need them like yesterday. We'll start off by deadly disputing the treasure. And there is a ranger. Oh, nice. I think we'll attack with the Fang Blade first. Then we'll go from there. See if they allow me to treasure once more. Then let's just hope they don't have removal for the ranger, because that would hurt. Okay, treasure or 1/1. I think it's 1/1. I don't need the treasure, do I? 5. No, I don't need a treasure. So it's a 1/1. Maybe I wanted -4, -0. I don't think that matters too much. And I'll end the turn like this. So opponent down to 15. That's quite out of range still. Let's see. I think I'm blocking the Ranger's Hawk. Making them spend some mana on re-equipping the plate armor. Ooh, that's terrible. That's game. Makes the 6/5 a pretty neat draw, but think that's game for Jim. Aye. That's not a 6/5. I think that's game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. There's no way I'm lethaling Jim here. And I don't have the blockers to kill the flyers. Yeah. GG. No need to stall it. That's just game.